All right, so Trinidad and Tobago national senior team has been picked for their game against Bolivia on the 15th, which is on Sunday. There was a lot of speculation up front as to what this game could bring and who would be involved in this game. And I started telling people, I say, hey, don't get worried. I think we could have a pretty decent squad coming up. People was mentioning that they would think it's just be a TTPFL team and they might get beat up. I want to say, looking at this team, I could definitely say for now, knowing where we are, it is not an international window. I'm kind of impressed with this team, to be honest. So let's just run through the 23 players who were picked, right? Goalkeepers, Jabari Bryce. He's been doing pretty okay in the league. Central FC. Jabari Saint-Hilaire plays for Defence Force. Tijon Ragu plays for Club Sando. Really happy that he got a call up because I think he's been looking pretty decent in the league. Well, actually this year and last year, he's been looking pretty okay. Midfielders, Daniel David. I like how he plays. Darrell Zoom Zoom Garcia. Some say, well, that is an expected pick, and I'm glad that he's there. Andre Rampasad. So Canada, the CPL hasn't started as yet, so those players are available. So in this case, we get Rampy, and well, later on we'll talk about the other player who was picked there. Joven Jones. I know Joven Jones is kind of coming to the twilight of his career, and this might be a fitting tribute for him at this point that he gets a senior cap again. So all the best, Joven Jones. Linnell Swin, another young player from San Juan Jablote who is coming up, had a contract recently, second division in Croatia. So he has a little bit of international experience so far. Elijah Cordner, they have him here as a midfielder, and in the interview that I did, for those who didn't see the interview, go and look at the interview. He plays that role also, and he also plays as a center back. So he allows for a little bit of utility play there. He actually used to play right wing, used to play in the midfield, so seems like a solid player. 6 foot. Was playing a little bit at an academy in Spain and is now at an academy in Poland. Their club is first division. Also in Spain, the club was a first division club too. So really looking forward to see what he brings to the team. With regards to defenders, they have Ross Russell Jr., they have Alvin Jones, they have Adam Pear Toka, who did really well in the U20, and since secondary school has been doing pretty decent. So really, I think he deserves his call. Same with Jaden Capretta. He looked good. He looks like a solid player on the left side. So looking forward to see what he does, how he does. Chivonez Hamilton, another player, a little bit of experience. So good that he's in the game also. Isaiah Garcia, solid defender. Looking forward to see him. Jesse Williams, I may have a question as to why he's there, but hey, it is what it is. All the best, Jesse Williams. James Lester plays out there, first division in the Welsh League. His team didn't do so well this season. Actually, I think last season they were promoted, and well, you know, as is normally the case, a new team that is promoted, sometimes they have a little bit of challenge with the new environment, and I think they will be relegated this season again. But he has been having quite a few man of the match performances for his team, so let's see what he does and how he plays. Daniel Hospitalis, well, we know he was out there in JPL. Now he's with Prisons FC, and Prisons FC is doing pretty good in the league so far. I like their style of play. Obviously, everybody knows that I like Dexter Cyrus and what he's instilling into his team. So, all the best, Daniel Hospitalis. With regards to attackers, I would do this one in the opposite order. So Keaton Saint-Hilaire from Defence Force, he is a good option, and hopefully he gets some time. Kaim Lewis, this is a youngster from Tobago, so shout out to Tobago peoples one time, who was the MVP in the Jamaican version of Intercol. And well, we know how much we like our Intercol players. So he won MVP in a league that is obviously higher than our SSFL. So I think he deserves his call, and let's see. I think he's currently playing with a tier 2 team in Tobago. So let's see what he does. As I mentioned, Ryan Telfer, who also plays for Halifax in Canada, he gets his opportunity also as they are available. So well done, that is a level of experience. Jaheim Fostin has been putting in the work, and I think deserves his call also. A young player who has a really bright future ahead of him. And then that leaves Adey Pamponet. He is currently unattached, but he is playing football. The reason he isn't signed as yet is because there are some visa issues out there in England that has to be sorted out. So he will be with a club at least soon. Last year he was with the Granada Academy. He has had trials with some of the top clubs in Europe, and he's a very, very promising talent for Trinidad and Tobago. I've obviously done an interview with him. I reposted that interview a few days ago, and hearing things in the camp that he's looking really, really good. He's ready, raring, and in form. So looking forward to see what Adey Pamponet brings to the team. Head coach interim is Derek King. So again, want to say all the best to the guys. I really do like that we were able to bring up some of the U20 players who definitely deserve it. We were able to bring in some international players. So shout out to the Brent Sancho and the grandparent law, and things starting to work, and we're starting to see new players becoming available. I know that there are some senior players here who, again, just here to bring some stability to the team. But all around, I think this is a quality team. If I do have to make any thoughts about where we should have been a little bit stronger, I'll honestly say it's probably in the goalkeeping aspect. But again, knowing that it is not a sanctioned FIFA window, and we have a lot of players who are outside who weren't able to make it, and Bolivia is in preparation for their playoff against Suriname later in the month also. I think this is a good squad. I'm expecting this squad to go and do well, to have a good showing of themselves. And again, I really glad and happy with the squad that I am seeing this time. So let's just hope they get all together, everybody plays together, everybody gels, and I think we could definitely give this Bolivian team a run. So tell me your thoughts, and again, we'll talk after the game on Sunday, but really looking forward to hearing your thoughts. As always, like, share, and subscribe.